Hello again and happy Friday. The scene in the big country is a lot sunnier than here in the Concho Valley. We'll talk a little bit more why in a second. Temperatures across West Texas are still generally below average for this time of year. A lot of places still hanging out in the upper 70s, with a few places making it to the lower 80s along that I-10 line. That's where we're seeing some of the warmest temperatures. Sonora right now looking to be that relative warm spot, holding on to 83 degrees. 80 even here in San Angelo, the Abilene area down to 79 degrees. Big Spring to our west down to 78, and Snyder looking to be the overall cool spot down to 77 degrees. Now, earlier this morning, we did have some scattered thunderstorms that moved through the big country, exited around early this afternoon with those clouds following behind with it, starting to see those sunnier skies up in the Abilene area, while here in San Angelo, we're seeing a few of those clouds making their way here as those thunderstorms, those strong to severe thunderstorms, are developing to our west. Now, thankfully, some of these storms might make their way here, but they're going to weaken before they make their way across our western counties. Getting into your Memorial Day weekend, isolated to scattered thunderstorms are going to make up your Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday too. So, might be best to keep those plans indoors, not really looking for any optimal grilling conditions because we're going to have those on and off showers. Thankfully, not expecting any severe weather parameters, but excessive rainfall leading to flash flooding will be a concern on Saturday as well as Sunday. Saturday, a great chunk of West Texas included with this, with the exception of eastern portions of the big country and the heartland, but Abilene as well as San Angelo included in that marginal risk, which means there's a 5% chance of excessive rainfall leading to some localized flooding. Getting into Sunday looks very similar to Saturday, this time starting to see more of the hill country not included in that. Still looking at that marginal risk of excessive rainfall leading to localized flooding. This is still including both Abilene and San Angelo. So the storms that are to our west could likely start to make their way into some of our eastern counties overnight before they dissipate. Kicking off Saturday with mainly cloudy skies as we get throughout the afternoon. We're going to follow this trend of storms developing in the big country, moving southeast by dinner time tomorrow. Going to still be holding on to those scattered thunderstorms in the area. That's going to dissipate overnight Saturday into Sunday, kicking off Sunday morning with that activity mainly north of the I-20 line, and then it'll start to move south, covering more of those locations south of the I-20 line. And as we get into the start of next week, again, Memorial Day still maintaining those scattered thunderstorm chances. Then we'll hit a mini dry streak around midweek before we start to see the return of some isolated rain chances around this time next week with temperatures in the mid 80s. Back to you,